Lefthandthread Sunday surgery with me, Doctor Lefthandthread. This is the live stream that is every weekend, every Sunday night without fail. I've gone a little bit earlier at 8 p.m. UK and Ireland time. Hopefully that doesn't put too many of you out. But there's none in the live chat yet anyway. But I thought I would just go early and tell you why. I've quite a full roster tonight. And I'm battling a head cold this the minute, so I'm drinking. He's Pat McMahon. Good man. I'm battling a bit of a head cold, so be gentle with me, you know. Could be man flu. I think I had man flu, but I started to identify as a woman this afternoon, and I have got rid of the man flu. I've only head cold now, so that's how you solve that. There, J-Bobs, good to see you. Right, guys, when you are here, when we get on with what we're getting on with, I have 5 items in the doctor's surgery this evening. First one is the saw. This Milwaukee saw. Now, Friday, this Milwaukee saw was going, and then she was, sounds like bird flu. Mark Anderson, hello. But I put a battery in this just before it came on air here. And there's nothing wrong with it. What I suspect was wrong, there was something caught on around the brushless motor, and it no longer needs my TLC. I'll say I fixed that with Dr. Magic. That'll suit the best. That'll suit the best. Next one. I'm probably only going to be able to fix about 3 of these. Since one of them's fixed, let's call that 4. This here, I'll put a battery in to show you what's wrong. There's probably nothing wrong with the actual workings of the truck. She sounds alright, she's good enough. She's good enough. But you'll not be able to see it. If you look down here, there's something stopping this. It doesn't feel right, you know. It might be just a chuck. But it looks like there's a circlip and then a tube given bar, but I think there might be something stuck in it. There's some problem there. Maybe something's gone into it. But we'll do that one last. We'll do that one last. That's last on the agenda. It might be, no, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say what I was going to say. There's this one. Not a kick in her. Now this is the DCH253. That other one was the 273. My balls could be stuck in, especially since I started to identify as a woman this afternoon. They're tucked in. But anyway, this is the 253. This is the brushed one. You'll have seen this on my channel before. I'm thinking brushes or wires that fell off. It's still lighting, so the power's going somewhere. But that should not, I'm not going to say it's going to be easy. That's number 3. I'm going to do that. Some lubricant on. I'm going to pull the chuck off it after a while. This one's a... Yeah. You can tell the problem. It's the usual thing. Intermittent power. This is a DCD 796. This is the 2-speed brushless one. I've done these before, so hopefully it'll be fun to do that one last, and becoming quite a regular. This is like every week. Hello, Martin. This is every week. This is the DCF887. That's the 3-speed Dewalt impact driver. Good enough machine, but the switch of death again. Always a switch. Always a switch. But as you know, I can resurrect that. I'm pretty confident. I could clean it with contact cleaner. I can put a new switch on. I have spare switches that my good friend Darren Irvine provided me with. Well, not new switches, reconditioned second-hand switches, but they do the job. I'll actually show you one of them now to show the way it should be going. We'll probably do that one first, just till we get going. Hopefully we'll start with one that we possibly can do, but look. That's what you should be going like. That's what we should have out of our ECF 887, you know. Small screwdriver for that. Yeah, it's that one. That's good. That's good. That'll do. The one thing is, at least it can be mended. Exactly. That's what I like about that Dewalt. That Dewalt 887 can be fixed. Just put it into the doctor's surgery. It'll come out beautiful again. I can make it great again. That's that on. So it's time to go. It's time to go to work. It's cold in the doctor's surgery tonight, and I've got a head cold, like I said, but I've actually, with my three heaters, I've got it up from 32 degrees Fahrenheit. Haven't figured out how to change this meter to centigrade yet. 63 she's at now. So that's well above 10 centigrade. And it feels nice and warm on here. I'm actually not too bad. So we'll put these aside for now, and we'll do them in that order. So that we might have a clean sweep tonight, if things go according to plan, which they very seldom do. But anyway, hold on tight. I'll reorientate the camera here to see if we can get to a place where you can see what I'm doing. So there we are. That's not bad there. Exactly, Pat, like you say, the things can be mended. I was planning a completely different stream. You thought of those Chinese diesel heaters? People were telling me about the Chinese diesel heaters. I have 3 electric heaters. I know it would be costly, but you know, it's working for now, and hopefully the winter will be a short season, you know. I want to save these little labels just in case there's still a valid warranty in this. Actually could have sent this away for warranty repair, but the guy's in an awful hurry. He wants it for Monday morning. And that's why I'm doing it first. To make sure it's done tonight. Before the doctor collapses. You know. There's another label here too, at the bottom. Yeah. The 355, the multi-tool. J-Bobs, do you know what that most likely is? Broken wire. That might be an easy one. Broken wire down at the battery connector. That's how they die. And Pat, back to the Chinese diesel heaters. There was some guy was telling me about them during the week. I didn't get a chance to research them. They sound like a good job, but I don't know whether I'll go down that road. I'll see anyway. Diesels fume me as well. I have a fume-free environment here. I have a fume-free environment at the minute. And it's not bad. Probably kill myself with soldering fumes over time, but well, that's another story. We have to die of something, don't we? rumbling problem. Aye. Take apart the brushless motor to see if there's any jam in it or any debris in it. Like I say, I've got a head cold tonight and my nose is dripping like a tap and I'm sweating like a gypsy with a mortgage, to be honest. But anyway, whatever you do. Whatever you gotta do, you gotta do. I wouldn't want to disappoint you guys in the Sunday live stream. What do I see? So I want to work smart, not hard tonight. A small central heating burner, exhaust the atmosphere outside, just blowing hot air inside. I'd have to make a hole in the surgery if I was going to do that, I suppose. It's definitely worth thinking about. I'd have to put a wee chimney up. I'd make it a lot warmer than it is now. We'll just see what temperature we got. Is the temperature going up or down? There's an up here, and we're still 64.5 Fahrenheit, so we're alright. That's survivable. That's survivable. I'm actually not cold at all. Maybe that's what do you call it? The heater going on me. The internal heater going. With the head cold. And the beauty of this, taking this one out, no, it's not going to go, is it? The beauty of taking this one out, you know, there it is. Get serious with it. I'll not be throwing this switch motor assembly away. I will not be doing that. And I will tell you why. Simply because this is very serviceable. I'm going to put in this one here that's been serviced. It's not new. It's good as new. I'm going to service this one sometime, not tonight, and leave it as good as new. I would service it tonight, only you guys have probably seen that before. Like Pat said the other day in one of my video serves yesterday, that I should have shares and holds at this stage, like with a contact cleaner. So there is that. Like Pat says, Holt should be getting in touch. I should be a shareholder shortly. It's never usually the motor's the problem, but it's an excellent opportunity to get it apart. If you are taking the whole thing off, which I'm not doing tonight, you can clean it all together. Usually just a switch will do the job. I'm lucky I'm here tonight because Mrs. Lefthandthread nearly confined me to barracks tonight. Mrs. Lefthandthread nearly confined me to barracks. Let's see. Nearly was not allowed out. This off too. There we are. That's the old one. Or we just slot on the new one. We should have a phenomenal job. It saves us having to orientate the gearbox, which we had trouble with a few weeks back. We don't need trouble tonight. Well, J Bob's coffee and cinnamon. I hadn't got any cinnamon. And you know, you may not know this about the doctor. The doctor doesn't drink alcoholic beverages this 20 years, really. Sort of stopped it, give it up for a bad job. My reign of terror was in the 90s. By the noughties, as they call them now, all my naughtiness was over. And I met Mrs. Lefthandthread at the end of 2001. And I'd already been off my reign of terror for about a year. New Year's Eve 2001, I was full drunk. And it was my final sickener, and I thought, I'm not drunk, I can't talk to anybody, and it's not even that late, and I have to go home because I'm full drunk. So I decided if I got home, I wouldn't be drinking again. And I just gave up the drink. I gave up the drink, but I've made an exception. I've made a medicinal exception tonight. That coffee you seen me drinking was a coffee, but it had an Irish element to it. I don't drink, but I have a share of alcohol in the house that I don't use. So I made a coffee and I put a jab of whiskey into it. And you know what? I'll not do me any harm. And as Bill Clinton says, I won't inhale. I won't follow it up with anything else. I just don't drink alcohol at all. I just don't. I just gave it up 20 odd years ago, whatever it is now. You just do the maths. The prison warden came out to lock up. I must tell you some news. I was telling you about my troll over on TikTok. Pat will know this because Pat's following TikTok as well. My troll's sort of gone away. He put in a wee, not even that bad a comment. I think it was last night or something. I just didn't even follow it up this time, but he's he hasn't gone away. So I've got an avid viewer, I think, for the foreseeable in my little troll Ray. So service that some other time. So my little troll Ray is going to be watching my proceedings very, very closely from now on. I'm going to get somebody that's going to watch all my video every time. He's going to view all my video, and he's going to comment on it every time. So, and he doesn't realise that that's going to boost my ratings, because Ray is I don't know if you can use this word for Ray. He is a retard. He's stupid as the stupid does. Anyway, I love him all the same. He's had his uses. Plus, I wasn't feeling that good last night. I wasn't even up for a fight with anybody on the internet. I wasn't up for any badness last night. Pat gave up around 2002. About the same time, Pat. Never myself stuff. I had my reign of terror, you know. Especially if you're like me, you're of a greedy nature. It's never a good thing. You never know when you've had enough. It's a bad thing. Better things started to happen when I gave up the drink, you know, so I think I made a good move. Let's read on this as well. So we'll get this going, hopefully. What else was I going to tell you? Oh, the K-Wheat Smithers. You'll see that the review out for one of them. They sent me 2 meters. They sent me the wee small one. Where's the wee small one? It's kicking about there somewhere. They sent me the wee small one. It's alright, you know. Very cheap if you want to buy that one. It's I have too many meters now. They keep sending me multimeters. Venlab one's the best one. The whole lot, to be honest. From my point of view. Venlab's a real good meter. But I have more meters in an Olympic event at the minute, to be honest. There was a guy that sent me batteries from Tullamore as well. I'm gonna, if they're up here in time for next week's Sunday surgery, it might be a battery one next week. Might be a battery extravaganza next week, you know. But we'll see how it goes. Right. We're gonna see if we're on right here. I should be getting good at these by now. That's maybe, you know. I run the wee notches. The wires are on out of the way. That's on out of the way. That might help there. And there was a guy that sent me batteries from Belfast. They used to send them with somebody to here, but he's supposed to come with them yesterday, but he didn't come with them. Or we could have touched upon them. So I'm thinking next week's going to be a battery one. Next week's going to be a battery extravaganza, I hope. You know. So that's the crack with that. Hopefully I've recovered from this man flu or bird flu or whatever the hell it is. But if you guys are watching on whatever device you're watching this, is run some antiviral software on it, see in case you catch it, just in case, because I don't want any of you guys to get this. Next week we could be smoking. Right, I don't know if you've seen the short video I made. I put a bit of protection on me, bit of heat shrink on my screwdriver. But still, I think for live streams, I think this is off the table. There's Kieran Loftus, Happy New Year. I think I'm going to have to make a 2024 promise to you guys not to use this in any of my live streams. I think it's off the table for battery work in the live streams. I can use it tonight, but not in batteries. I'll not be working any batteries tonight. But you can bet in 2024 there's going to be more battery shenanigans. I have a few half ideas already. So we'll see. Stuff. Just stuff. Chinese chainsaw. The Chinese chainsaw crowd, I would say, have a dartboard with a picture of me smiling, and they're throwing darts at it. They're throwing ninja stars at it. Doctor Lefthandthread is blacklisted and by Hong. was waiting for Tennant to arrive in the street in a van and jump out of them like in a Jackie Chan movie, doing all these flips and all, looking for the doctor. But luckily that didn't happen. I don't know many martial arts. And it would scare Mrs. Lefthandthread half to death, to be honest. There's not much violence in our house, to be honest. The domestic violence is quite low recently, you know. I try to stamp out the passive aggressive behaviour too. But you know, what can you do? When you're dealing with a black belt in passive aggressive karate, you know, sometimes the best you can do is defend yourself a wee bit. Anyway. Women will beat you, like, if you have to just accept it. They will fucking beat you, and they're emotional shit. Cause I'm just barely emotional. I'm basically an android or a cyborg or something. Well, guys, I'm calling that one fixed. That's a good start, and we're only 26 minutes in, so it took me 26 minutes to fix that tonight, so that's good. This one's going to take a little bit longer, but we'll get on with it. He sent me a battery, but didn't have to. He hasn't really grasped fully that I am the uncrowned de facto battery doctor of the internet yet. Someday will. Someday I'll know. And I must talk about something I've talked about in the past, but I haven't talked about for a while. My female viewership is quite low now. It is a real sausage fest here. 3.6% female viewers across the board. And my most popular battery video has never been viewed by a woman. 0% female viewership. They're not even some old dolls clicked on it by accident. I don't know how I'm going to rectify that, but just have to accept it maybe. Unless... Oh, Martin, did you not see what was wrong with that one? Very similar to the last one. Let me get it here. So it's very slight. You have to work very well to get it. Here. You hear it? It's very slight, but it's there. I think the only thing, if Dewalt could come out with a female marital aid, like a female pleasure toy, and they keep breaking them now, that could maybe help. But there's been no announcements from Stanley Black & Decker that I know of to release such a device. Oh yes, an update on, I hope the sexiest battery fix in the world. I'd have to clean this all up for that video. Have to look apart, you know. I wouldn't be able to run my head cold. Drake's Wolf conversion to an Ann Summers product. It might surprise you guys, but I wasn't well familiar with the range of Ann Summers products. the Vibramaster 5000 or something. The Continator, I don't know, what would you call it? There's actually a wee notch here, I should be doing that. There's a wee notch that they put on that so you can pull out the screw. Sometimes I don't take the time, but I'm in no wild hurry, to be honest. We're going nowhere. We're only half an hour in. There's no wild mad panic. This device belongs to a guy from Bandridge direction. He sent it to me the other day. I fixed one of these for him previously. I was well pleased with that, so I sent me one of these. So it could be the start of a string of God knows what kind of stuff. A Hans Summer special. That's a Valentine's Day live stream. It was Valentine's Day on a Sunday this year. A Valentine's Day wasn't a Sunday. Oh, you know, that's putting bad ideas in my head, Pat. That is definitely putting bad ideas in my head. What temperature we got now? I'm getting far too warm. I don't know if it's a cold. It's 66 Fahrenheit. Anyway, 66 Fahrenheit. This is slightly more let's see. This will be a slightly more complicated fix. But what else are we doing? This is what we're here for. Not needed that day. Shouldn't be needed that day. It shouldn't be needed that day, like you say. But God knows, hey. God knows in this world. It hasn't got one of them devices on. Yeah. So here we go. We'll not need that for a minute or two. This is what we're going to go for here. Right. That's starting to slip. That's bad. That's bad. Turn that T15, is it? It is, you know. That's why it's slipping. God. There we are. Strong magnet in that field coil, anyway. Anyway, let's go. Let's go, guys. There we are. That's not so bad, that bit. We'll just do this bit here. We'll see. Valentine's, no. Nope. The divorcee special. Women of a certain age. Oh, the heat's going well. I'm warm. Holtz, buy it now. I'm not sponsored by Holtz, Pat. I should be, but I'm not. Not sponsored by anyone. Chinese companies send me odd lots of stuff. Send me multimeters and crap chainsaws. If I ever get over 10,000 subscribers, I'm expecting maybe more contact happening, you know, with certain companies. I contacted a few companies myself, but one of them responded. The rest did not. That's maybe enough. Nice. I'm actually starting to sweat on here. I might have to turn some of these heaters off. It was freezing in here. It was near enough freezing point in here at about 6:30 before I put all the heaters on, you know. That's the problem with Parkside. It hasn't got a locking chuck, and then, you know, you seen what happened there. Not that that matters that much. Anyway. It'll evaporate itself anyway. So. Yep. Yep. There we are. We might have more sparks, like you say, next week, guys, so tune in for that. It just, I was going to have a very, very different stream up until Friday. And then Friday I got all the stuff here. All the stuff arrived, and I just had to sort it, you know. Let's see, what am I doing wrong there? I really think the wires weren't long enough, but they are. There we are. It's mad. Mad just like that. That's the way it is. Them wires. Well. Magnet holder might be better. I could get onto stealth mount. Now I'm brainstorming here now. What do you hear this, guys? I've had a real cunning plan. Real cunning plan. If I get onto stealth mount and told them that there's a need for female bed holder devices to something you could strap to headboard, just like a stealth mount holds a battery or two, something for the Ann Summers device above the bed there. No, just a thought. Send an email in the morning. You can only say no. You see, I know what you're saying. A magnetic butt holder, but I still think it would pull out. But anyway, I will try that. What is it? I've got one here handy. I'll still pull out, but sure. This one's better that way. This stripper one's better in that respect. Stays on better. We'll try it with this. Can't be any worse. Can't be any worse. You say this come all the way from Bridge. This one. So hopefully I've sorted it. I told them I'd have a look at it over the weekend, and I just decided to keep all this for the surgery because I was working at a grinder yesterday and there's a few parts didn't come in for me for other things, and there's 12 amp Milwaukee to Rampant Rabbit. I think you need a good big battery, not only for battery life. This is my own thinking, you know, for battery life, but you know, she can hold on to it with both hands if she's a big like 12 amp Milwaukee or a Flex Volt Dewalt or something. You can go two ways. You go for sleek and slender, go for the M12 Milwaukee range, so she could sort of easy to maneuver, you know. Or you could go for the big battery and you can hold on to it with both hands. Ann Summers, if you want to get in touch, see. Just Dial Parkside Screwdrivers just got a design fault, you know. But anyway, if Ann Summers want to get in touch, you know, just drop me an email, you know. I'll give you some advice. Get a device named after myself, the Doctor's Destroyer. The best one I seen somebody doing one of the saws. He taped a can, like a paint can was hard to shake. He taped this onto that and it shook it back and forward. Saves you shaking your paint cans. Very good. There's some fun things out there. Yeah. It's not going to get any better, this Parkside, but it's faster than the Dewalt. And it's low torque and I'll not run the screws when I'm doing a live stream or anything. I'll not over torque them, break them like the Milwaukee, but as far as the Milwaukee goes, the Milwaukee is always on the bench. This is the last device that the park side will be working at tonight, you know, because we need to go for bigger stuff for the next one. This is alright for these wee drills and impact drivers. Maybe a grinder. The Milwaukee's always in hand. It's always in reaching distance. We'll see. We're only 46 minutes in, guys, so there's plenty more to come. I don't have to fix the Milwaukee saw. It's sort of fixed itself. That's good when they fix themselves. Hey Pat, you're onto something there with the M12 hacksaw. Pat, man, you could, you know, I don't know if you know this, Pat, but a lot of my background's in sales. And power tool sales would be part of it. You could maybe go and co with me. You were in a hair shop as well. So you would be qualified as well. Me and you could actually flog them outside the divorce court. Oh, Big D78, good to see you. We're just finishing off the second fix of the evening. I'm kind of calling that fixed. I wish the doctor himself was going as well this evening. That's perfect, I would say. That's 11 the Holt's contact cleaner for the evening. That's it. Oh, it's Darren. Oh, you got a new phone and redone all my profiles. Oh, good man, Darren. So I've done 2 out of 5, and the Milwaukee saw fixed itself overnight. The elves were on and fixed it, so that's good. So that's 2 down. Hold on, I better glue my wee stickers on. Glue my wee stickers on somewhere. Not that this is under warranty anyway. 2019 as well, like. Good man, Darren. Good that you made it. But I always think this is going to be a boring stream for you, Darren, because it's stuff you see all day, every day. It's usual stuff for you, running them all. We've discussed a lot of topics. Ann Summers devices. Me getting man flu or bird flu or some kind of flu. I've got some form of a head cold. It was man flu until this afternoon. I realised I had a live stream to do, so I started identifying as a woman, so I couldn't have man flu anymore, so I had to get on with it. So that's how I combated the man flu. And we've only got 3.6% viewers on this channel from the female population of the planet. So we were thinking how we could diversify into some women's pleasure devices controlled by battery technology, because that's what, you know. But anyway, that's all you really must, I think. Anyway, right, so that's two down. That's his battery. You better not keep that on him. That's his battery, which you didn't need to send. 253. TC Kid Solo, Thomas, good man. That's TC Kid Solo from New York, tuning in. And TC Kid Solo is 32 degrees Fahrenheit over here. That would mean more to you than it does to us guys. But I put on my 3 heaters and got it up to 66 Fahrenheit, so for me, I find that nice and toasty in here. That'll do me. Good to see you on the stream. Good to have a new. Well, you're not a new man because you're always around. But sometimes I did these Sunday night streams because I was trying to suit everyone from both sides of the pond, because a lot of my viewers are from the USA. So I was trying to get them involved too, because big part of my audience, like I say. However, it's difficult. It's difficult. I thought if I kept to a regular time, it would help people know when to tune in. So, right, so we'll pull out the Milwaukee. Time for her to get into action. And there's the battery low. Not the batteries in there. No, yeah, right. I never showed you what was wrong with this one, did I? Again, I showed you the first time. We wanted to switch off her. She's not going. She's not going at all. But anyway, and this is, I think this is live stream number 30 from a doctor's surgery. Since got this beautiful building built, it's number 30. And that's when I started to do a regular stream that was of the same time every week. Once I went into the surgery. No, it's not working. I wonder what age this one is. 2000 and what? Oh, she's an old one. She's an alien. She's an alien. So whatever. Don't be afraid, TC Kid Solo. Fear is the mind killer. Anyway. The biggest issue I had when starting to do repairs was afraid to take things apart. The worst thing you could do if you're trying to fix something is be afraid of wrecking it. Don't be afraid to wreck stuff. That stops you from trying. If you wreck it, you can get another one. You can always get around it. Just tell yourself, if I wreck this, another one can be got. This is not a Fabergé egg. This is not something that Indiana Jones would be looking for. The Dewalt of Destiny. Indiana Jones and the Dewalt of Destiny. It's the next movie out. .36 Fahrenheit in Missouri. Is Jamie True. It's about the same here. Jamie True, believe it or not. It's about the same here. It was about 32, I think, before I put the heaters on this workshop. If Darren was afraid to wreck stuff, he wouldn't have a job. Exactly, Darren. You have to get on there. You have to get on there. That doesn't want to come out. Oh. Would I need to back your camera up? He is alright. These rubbers usually easy to get. As you can see, that not so bad. Just getting things into shot. My TikTok troll is not going away. He's going to be an avid viewer of my channel now, just to try and pick faults and everything I'm doing. Anyway. No, we're not trying to put a man on the moon here. We're just trying to bottle of Q-Bond in hand. Absolutely, Q-Bond. Available on Amazon or other good websites. Don't forget your ball. Washer. Spring thing. When you're opening one of these, you have to be not afraid. You just really have to be not afraid to break it. You pulled off like that there, as if you're trying to break it. Because if you're opening one end for the first time, you might not be obvious where it splits. But it is obvious where it splits to me. Because even I've done a few of these. And Darren's done a lot of them. I find broken mechanical stuff trying to fix or sell. Yep. I was thinking about, at one time, could I fix up stuff that I bought on eBay and resell it? You know? But due to the work that I do, it would be conflict of interest, and the big issue as well, 5 for everyone you've done. As well, there's a lot of thieving goes on out there. There's tow rags that steal people's tools from the building site. So if you're seen selling second-hand tools on eBay, they'll automatically assume you're a thief or something. So I wouldn't want to get involved in that. I wouldn't even want to be blamed for that. And if you go to the prices of things on eBay, the price that people are looking for and the price that people bid stuff to is insurmountable. It's too dear. I must show you this. I've already seen this, but it'll not be obvious to you guys. There's actually cobwebs on here. You see the brushes are well down. You can see that. They're well away from the top of... So brushes is our a cell draper. I sell Draper, I sell Dewalt, I sell Milwaukee, I sell at work, you know. I sell not much high cookie, and a good bit of Makita. Not a wild lot of Makita actually. Makita's number 3. Not much Bosch. iFix is a hobby too, but it's a hobby that's got out of hand, J-Bubs, to be honest. It's a hobby that's got to go on a life of its own. Whereas I'm fighting with people on TikTok and oh, look at that, I just crumbled into shit. Anyway, whatever. Darren could do this with his eyes closed, you know. But anyway, I'll keep my eyes open just in case. Look at that. Crumbled into shit. May have to solder them on. So we'll get a bit of magic. They sell snow to Arabs. It has been said that I could sell the snow to the Arabs, but it's, you know, and sand to the Eskimos. Whatever one of them phrase fits. There was one of them things I said. But anyhow, just you wait to me and Pat stand outside the divorce court with a van load of M12 hacksaws with appendages taped onto them. You'll be in the big time, we'll be in the Forbes Rich list. That's just the way it's going to go. We'll shelve that into 2025 and bit bugger this year. Thank you very much, TC Kids. So people do enjoy watching repair videos, you know, it is a thing. It is a thing. So it's, as long as you get something out of it. Because if somebody had told me a year ago out of 6,000 subscribers, I would have thought that was amazing. So there is potential for growth in this niche that I'm on. I'll put them into that bag. Alright, there's potential for growth in this niche. And people do seem to like it. There's a few repair guys on YouTube. I'm hoping I'm a wee bit different. They're different to me. Everybody's doing their own thing, you know. It's like one of them things, doctors differ, you know. There's some real good repair guys on YouTube. What they would do is they would take this all apart. Every screw, everything out of it. They would clean it all out, clean it all down. Clean all the parts, clean out everything. Re-grease all that, put it together. I think that piston's probably alright, you know. I might rust it though. Right. And they would put it together all pristine and totally redone. That's not what I do. No, I haven't got the Milwaukee truck, and we're not big enough. The Milwaukee truck would probably come to the boys that supply us. There was a Milwaukee truck came to our suppliers in 2018. That was down. But you know, to be honest, there's been so much come out of Milwaukee since 2018. It would it's like being in the dark ages. It's so long. Like in 2018, Milwaukee had only announced that they'd stopped investing in corded tools. They stopped investing in research and development in corded tools. And you know, you think that's probably a good decision at this stage. They have innovated, and they've like the guys from the States will be able to tell you that they have the stacked lithium batteries out there. They're not out here yet. The Forge isn't out here yet, but it's out in the States. Yeah. These usually come out handier in this. This doesn't want to come out. It's the brush holder. It doesn't want to come out. Let's see. Looks like it's glued on there. I can't believe this, guys. This brush holder does not want to come out. Aye. Milwaukee, I haven't heard anything good about Milwaukee as far as suppliers dealing with them. Absolutely agree with Big D there, Darren. You know, so am I going to have to get the Dremel and cut this out of her? This is mad. The boys that are in charge of Milwaukee locally, the reps, they're not very helpful from what I've heard. I know one of them. I know one of them when I work for different companies, but I don't know the other boy, and he's supposed to be not very helpful at all. Is that stuck on there? Is it overheated? This is overheated. I'd break that. Jesus Christ. I never said them words that this is an easy fix. I never said that in the night, so I never jinxed myself that way. I never said that. And then they point. That's welded in there. That's welded in. I hope the motor's alright. Hope the motor's not overheated. Because that might have happened. We're well behind the USA stuff as far as when we get it. They get stuff a year and a half, 2 years sometimes. You're there. So it's useful to know what's coming out by watching America, because they're ahead of us, like I say. That had to take it out. Did you ever have to go one of them out in butts, Darren? She's plastic welded herself. Did you ever have to go one of them out in butts? I never had to do that before. Well, I hope she hasn't really fried the motor. Dear. Here we go. Let's see. I have some Forster on. Aye. I knew you would have seen that. You've seen it all as far as these machines are concerned. There's a rep that drives around my area in County Antrim at Ulster. It depends if he's a rep for Milwaukee or he's a rep for one of the other companies that are below Milwaukee that deal with Milwaukee. Because I don't want to be named for saying something about a guy at all, but I don't want to be saying something about some poor rep that's doing his best out there for some other company. So there's actually a guy that drives a Milwaukee van around the country, and there's nothing wrong with him as such. But he doesn't work directly for TTA or Milwaukee. He just, and there's different reps. There's actually another rep that's in another department for Milwaukee too, and I met him a couple of times and he seems okay, but that bearing doesn't seem well good. But we don't have a spare motor tonight, guys. It might be the guy from Milwaukee he's actually alright, you know, so I don't want to say any names, and I don't want to blame a guy for being not a nice person or not a good person or not good at his job, especially if he's wrong person. It's maybe not nice to say that anyway, even there is some truth in it. So you just need to be careful. But I'll carry on. Not that I'm afraid of getting sued, because I don't think enough people watch this to get me into that sort of danger, but you know, it's just not to be wrecking somebody's livelihood over the head of hearsay or whatever, and especially mistaken identity. That wouldn't be good. Aftermarket brushes. Some of them are not the best, you know. If you are doing this yourself, don't use these wee. Try and get the genuine brushes. They're a wee bit more expensive, but they're worth it. They're definitely worth it. They're definitely worth it now. There is a guy that works for another company, but he's got Milwaukee plastered all over his van. But he doesn't work for Milwaukee. He works for a company that buys from Milwaukee. So, you know, as well. And there is a guy that works for Milwaukee. He's not among them two guys that I've heard is very unhelpful. He works for Milwaukee as well, but he's in a different department. He works for engineering or something, you know, he's a different department. But anyway, enough slander in Milwaukee tonight. There's a line mark. But you know, to slag them two boys off is maybe a bad thing too, because Milwaukee UK were bringing in quite draconian measures to control the supply of Milwaukee a wee bit better, to actually be able to charge more and to cut down competition within the industry, and just put suppliers under more pressure. Like the boy that they sell to end user, to put suppliers under more pressure, so they have to have a bigger financial outlay. So they're depending on, I don't know, what would you call it, commission schemes that they may or may not reach. It's not good. But yeah. Plus, Milwaukee have a phenomenal warranty service over in the USA, and they have a suboptimal one here. The warranty is no better than anybody else, really. I don't know how you find the circular saws over in the USA, the Milwaukee circular saws, but they're not they're not doing well for me. I see a lot of them giving trouble, to be honest. A lot of the circular saws and the expensive ones, you know. I'm nearly telling people to buy the brushed one. In this day and age, to tell somebody to buy a brushed one because it's better is a bad sign. The company's not doing it right. How am I going to keep these in place? Because the little yellow guys is gone. I don't want to open it to solder it again. Q-bond? Q-bond? Yes. We're now an hour and 17 in, so the night is still young, gentlemen. Park refuses to reveal a van. None of these companies' tools are perfect, to be honest. Anybody that tells you they are lying. They're telling you porkies. How would I get that fixed on so I don't want to solve them, man. I've done that before. You could hot glue them on or something. We'll see, you know. With a hot glue them on, they're not going to stay in. Q-bond is the wire to the body, like that. Yep. The Q-bond, the body. Whatever, see. A little bit of Q-bond in my life. Yes. This is going to get messy, gentlemen. It's just unavoidable. Or I could melt the cable tie. Maybe that will melt the cable tie with solder in there. Plastic welded. I don't know. I don't want to melt the wire either. No point in sending that, giving that back to this guy without securing the wire some way. Because if we do that, I'm going to hide into nothing. There's a couple of little screws. Let's see. Live repairs, who would do them? That's a smaller one there. That'll hold it. That'll hold it there. Definitely Makita for you. Makita gets a lot of flack, but you know. I think their impact wrench is good. I think the cordless grinder or brushless grinder is very good. No company is without their issues. Anybody that tells you different has just been a vanguard. You've just been a vanguard. Actually, Makita should be among the best. They should be better than there, if I was to criticise them in any way. Because they're in the industry a long time. They've got a big range of stuff. They've got among the biggest range of stuff. They're very innovative, very, very ambitious in that way. You could criticise that they haven't gone down the stacked lithium road yet, whereas some of the other ones have. But that's both good and bad, because to be honest, some of the power stack batteries are starting to give issues. Some of the Dewalt power stack batteries are starting to give issues, and Dewalt is going to be inundated because they've given a 3-year warranty, and if people have registered those batteries, they'll have a 3-year warranty on those batteries. The Donegal lad would have thrown it out the door. He'd have threw it round the bench. I can't slag him off. He's got 84,000 subscribers on YouTube. He can put up a video of food mixer and it does better than my one of a grinder, so I can't slag him off, Pat. And he's got a cheerleader on TikTok. Raise his vanguard. Raise his groupie. Ray loves the Donegal man. I don't want to tell Ray that I'm half Donegal. He might actually jizz in his pants watching my videos then. I don't want that to happen. I don't want that in my conscience. Seeing. I've never been called seeing. But you know, maybe I shouldn't be critical of the Donegal man. He does throw stuff around the bench. He's a professional. He does it for a profession. I'm only part-time. This is not what pays my bills. This is what I do to try and stay sane. If that's the right way of saying it. This is what I kind of do as a hobby that's got out of hand. But he's always on a downer. I like to think that I'm a wee bit more positive when I'm fixing stuff. Maybe he does too much. Yeah. Maybe he does too much and he's fed up. I don't know. I don't know the gentleman personally. It's very hard to criticise a guy when you don't know him. I only know him from his videos. I've never met him. I just think I get the impression, maybe it's wrong, that he wouldn't be that fond of me. But I don't know if that's the case. I mean, just overthinking it maybe. Because as somebody who's just part-time, by my own admission, not an expert in any of this, I've done quite a lot, and maybe, does he think it diminishes what he's doing? I don't know. Does he think it's, I don't know. Does he see me as opposition? He shouldn't, because obviously he's doing far better than me. But I don't know. It's hard to know. I've heard, that's the only criticism I've ever heard of him. And I would feel the same the way he throws stuff around the bench, same as he hates it. He beats it up like it owes him money. He fixes everything. I seen him fixing washing machines and dryers and kitchen utensils. I don't know how much household stuff I would go into. I know the next boy that comes with a vacuum cleaner is going to be told no in a very polite way. If Henry the Hoover was sitting on my bench, he'd be the only one smiling, you know. I wouldn't be happy. I do not want to work with them. I didn't even try if that was going to before I put it together. But sometimes you gotta have a little faith, you know. I kind of enjoy it. It's kind of something that came to me in later life. It's a funny thing. I'm trying to think, was I ever hit in the head or something changed that I took this on. It was kind of out of necessity. People are coming on to me and they're saying, you know, that's going to be away for a week. And they say, could you do anything? And I'd say, yeah, live it with me over the weekend and I'll see, can I sort it? And I started off with Panasonic of all things, just putting brushes and Panasonics. And the brushes and the old 7940s, I think they were. And that was what I started at. And then, like, if you know the Makita, it's basically anybody could put brushes in an old Makita. Just had to take off 2 screws at the back. It was like an oven fix. I hope if some woman comes up my driveway tomorrow, Kieran, tomorrow night, with a rampant rabbit and she wants it converted to battery, I'm going to do it for her. I'm going to do it for sure. There's not going to be even a question. It's going to be, yeah, I'll do it for free. I'll do the first one for free. I'm going to be the main man in 2025 at the Worst Ladies Zumba class. Once I do it for one, it'll be all over the place. Hold on. Do you know what I forgot to do? I'm going to have to open that again. I forgot to put on the 2 springs. Oh, that's a user error to the extreme. That's what I get for talking about ladies' pleasure devices. Oh, so I can get her open again. She does need them springs. Them springs are highly useful. What are we doing like for time? We're an hour and a half in, so it's only about 9:30. So we're alright for a while yet. Alright for a while yet. I forgot the springs. I can't believe that. That was dopey. Talking machine thing. M12 battery upgrade. There's going to be more battery stuff this year. Battery stuff is going to happen this year. It's not a matter of time. This head cold hasn't stopped me tonight. I And I haven't even checked if this thing's going yet. We'll see anyway. We've got nothing to lose. We've 2 1s already. I'm considering 3. I was considering 3 a real victory tonight, you know. 3 repairs. I just forgot the springs. Goodness me. Springs going here, but incidentally. This top one's a bit more rigid. It goes in there. Hopefully I won't forget the springs in the ladies' pleasure devices, you know. Imagine the spring away and you're rampant rabbit. Jesus, that'd be disappointing. She's just getting to the widow's peak, you know, as you'd say, and it's just the gearbox goes. That would be annoying. That would be upsetting, to say the least. Don't know what Mrs. Lefthandthread would say, but all these ladies of a certain age come to see me. Could put a strain in the relationship. So I'm going to stay away from household appliances, but I would have to, unless them kind of devices comes to me, because that's a market I need to tap into. I wouldn't be bothered. The Donegal lad would not have forgot the springs, but he would have threw around the bench for 10 minutes and he would have complained about how hard his life is fixing tools. I think he's a bit of a complainer. He certainly wouldn't have forgot the springs. But you wouldn't get to laugh at him. You guys never lose in these live streams, because you either get to celebrate with me if I won, if I get a 1, we celebrate together. You enjoy that with me. Or if I make a balls or something, you get to laugh at me. It's fantastic. It's a 1-1. 1-1 on a Sunday night. The Doctor Lefthandthread philosophy of repair is to get the thing going. That's it. It doesn't have to look like new. It can actually look worse than they started. Actually, can be bits missing. It actually can be bits broke and repaired with some other Heath Robinson method, like you've seen this evening. As long as I get it to go, that's a 1 for me. That's all I want. That's all I want. That is the overarching everything for me. It's a good job I don't pretend to be like this great professional or this great repairman that knows everything. It wouldn't work out because I'd be found out fairly quickly. I'll see through that bullshit. The idea is for me to fix these things and show you that an ordinary person can fix these things and you can fix them yourself if you're not experienced. But the problem with that is people watch my channel and they say, can you fix it for me? Which helps in one way, because it gives me stuff for you guys to watch. But it doesn't help anymore because it misses kind of the point a little bit. I never checked, is this going yet? I don't have a spare motor for this if the motor's gone. I have a spare armature. I have to get one for it. But at least I know what's wrong. I'm never even bothered with a hammer, as you'll have noticed. As you'll have observed, I'm never even bothered with a hammer. Aye. If there was no sense of it going wrong, there'd be no point. There'd be no buzz on it for me either. There'd be no buzz on it for anybody. It would be like, you know, like our friend Ray says on TikTok, it'd be like watching paint dry. So I don't know. I'm like watching paint dry apparently. But it would be if it was just perfect and could do everything just perfect, like. Make it look too easy. That coated screwdriver's a bit of a pain. I might have to go back to the ordinary screwdriver and give you guys some sparks. There could be some sparks next week. Something simple like this here, no rings, you just slot right in. It just decides, no, it's Sunday night, I'm not going to bother. There it is now, it's on now. Donegal lad would not have forgot the springs. I wonder, could he laugh at himself, that guy? Supposing him in a balls or something, could he laugh at himself? Yeah, I can. Can he? Or does he take himself a bit serious? Who knows? I don't know the lad, like I say. He's got a different style than me, and people seem to like it, so... Yeah. Hey, Gaz. Hey, how are you, Gaz? Gaz missed the whole show. Perfecto mundo, dudes. So that's number 3, and we've got we're 137 in. So 1, 2, 3 Dewalts back in business tonight. That's been a good. That was my goal to start with. So we shall see. This one's going perfect, like I said before. But there's something up here, something wrong there. It won't go on, so we need to get this off to see what's going on. If I get this fixed, that'll be everything. The Milwaukee, I'll try the Milwaukee saw before we go, just in case there's anything else wrong with it. But the Milwaukee saw seems to have fixed itself over the night. The Christmas elves come and fixed it or something. Doctor's elves fixed it. Right, we've got a O-ring that could just took off. A bit more grease in this one, anyway. Sometimes it's hard to keep things in shot and get them done. It's a big problem when I started to film stuff. People couldn't see the thing, and when I was on shot I can't see it, and then when it's out of shot I can see it, but the person watching can't see it, so it's just a funny little thing. These O-rings are really... There we are. On there now, anyway. This is greasier, anyway. Greasier and dirtier and everything. After all that, the wee O-ring's starting to mess me about. Let's see if we can get a fine screwdriver. Them two are not helping. That's a new screwdriver, it should be better. Right. Try keeping it short for you guys too. The only goal man was dead after 10 months ago. Where's Ray when I need him? You can give me good advice. Where? Usually takes about 2 minutes to take this off. Taking your time. There we are. It's definitely grease on it, isn't it? Oh, it's the springs all messed up. I see what's wrong. This is going to be a simple one. Springs on wrong. Might need a new spring. Anyway, let's see. The spring's actually done there, I think, and start blocking that. So yeah, springs are done there and blocked it. Springs on backwards. Somebody's been in there. But I think I have another spring somewhere. Get this now. The spring's seen better days. The spring was in wrong. I think there's nothing wrong with this really. Well, there's grease in it alright. They come off easier sometimes if there's no grease on them. Sometimes I find them easier to take off if there's no grease. Just gotta look for a spare for that. I'll be in a minute. Talk amongst yourselves, guys. That's pretty bad. No spring for that. No spring for that. The spring's actually broke here. I may have to try and bend it. That's actually went inside. I'll show you what happened. That actually went done there and stopped the butt from going on down. That spring's badly messed up now. It would have stopped it, didn't. what would I do with it? I'll try and rewind that spring or something. Make me easy done. Heated. Would it be warm enough for the heat gun? Would the heat gun make it warm enough? I don't have a blowtorch here. Let's see what way this looks when it's on. There's a chance I could get back in there, isn't there? Oh. Where are these at? These out of nothing. I wonder if it was stuck in right underneath that. Would that keep it from getting in there? That? Hey, it's Sunday night. We're out of options. You snap and cold. Sunday night, we're out of options. We haven't got another one handy. I think I've actually got one in the attic, but I'm not going to the attic tonight. You won't have time for me to get a ladder and go into the house and go to the attic and get a spring. That'd be something. I know. I think that might work. With many watching this stream, don't be afraid to give it a little like if you haven't already. If you have already, don't like it again, because I think that's what it does anyway. Is that Facebook? Don't know. If Dean Doherty's watching, please give me a like, Dean, and give me a little share. Thank you. And Ray, if you're watching, I love you, Ray. You are the gift that keeps on giving. What did I do with my bit? Yep, there it is. I guess you seen Big Ray? Big Ray's some man. He's some man. I wonder what he's buying Dean for Valentine's Day. Hope he sent something nice. Dean deserves something nice. Ray loves Dean. He's obsessed with me, but he loves Dean. That's just the way it is. That will do for a country job. That'll be for a Sunday evening special. I'd be pretty happy with that. So that's 4 out of 5 fixed, and 1 fixed itself. So that's been a very, very successful Sunday surgery. A very successful Sunday surgery indeed. Let's see what we got fixed tonight. You get a wider view. There we are, that's what we got fixed tonight. And this saw fixed itself. I think the Donegal man sneaked into my workshop overnight to fix that one. So thanks. Shout out to them for that. And much love to the Ray man. You're up saw for Ray. Give it up for Ray. I think Ray would be the ideal person to test those Ann Summers devices that we were discussing earlier. He could think of Dean when he was using one. He could just blow the bum off himself, thinking of a Dean, you know. Just expand the O-ring, you know. Whatever he likes to do. Remarkable fellow. He's going to keep watching me anyway. He's going to be my biggest fan. He's going to be online all the time watching my videos to see what I would do that the Donegal man would do different and what would be wrong, you know. He doesn't see the fun in it. It's fun when you get it wrong. I wasn't expecting to have a full consignment of repair tools tonight. I'll be honest with you guys, I expected more to go wrong. I didn't say the magic words. This is going to be easy at any point. And I did have a user error. I forgot the springs at one point. I did a couple of remarkable, well, remarkable for me, what I like to say, life hacks. We're keeping the wires on with little screws and actually repairing the spring and that. I think I've had a very successful evening. J-Bubs is crying. The rampant rabbit. I should do a giveaway for #1 fan on TikTok to Ray. A rampant rabbit wired up with a flexible battery. just for Valentine's Day. So guys, I'm still nursing this head cold. I'm still a stalker at the house. I'd be afraid of somebody that's that mad coming to the house, you know. He might be mad enough to do it. Because he is crazy, like. He is mad. He's actually stalking another guy on TikTok. There's a guy called Luke Sparky. He's an electrician. He puts up some videos as well. So he's stalking him too. Stalking him. So I'm just going back to see. That's Dre Spoons, like, no, someone's been in there, but sure, all's going now. I think that's one of the more successful doctor surgeries, and it's just nearly 2 hours long. Any other questions? Any more? I'll carry on before you go. Oh, BW is electronic. You're gonna have to watch it back. We had almost 2 hours of repairs there. I repaired 4 Dewalt, and the Milwaukee repaired itself. Or it could be it goes better in my knockoff batteries than the original batteries. Well, we'll see. I don't see the difference. I have to get up for work in the morning. I'm going to go. I'm not going to be a little girl about it. I'm going to just get on with it. Had it on was better than it was. I'll send it out to you, Kieran. Oh, I would be. We're sitting at 60 Fahrenheit in the doctor's surgery here now, so if you want to see the little review in that K Wheats meter, you just go to the channel there, go there on the day, and there's a little grinder that I fixed yesterday before I got really sick. I just fixed a wee grinder yesterday morning. I will send any ladies requiring diesel power down to you, Kieran Loftus, for certain. I'll say there's a man. He's a man amongst men. He's a man who was a man since he was a boy. He's Kieran Loftus, and he can sort you out with diesel power and all the turf you need. He's some man. Well, thank you very much, Kieran, for tuning in. I'm glad to see you on the chat, and I'm glad to see you all tuning in. I'm glad and I'll keep you posted on my dedicated stalker to see what he's going to do. Well, thank you very much, guys. That's been nearly 2 hours. That's been a good stream. It's went well, went far better than I even expected. The important things is Big D78 would tell me, like, never say this is going to be easy. You actually scud yourself, as he would say. You actually jinx yourself. So I'm not going to say that again. There's a wee cheat code to put that to Celsius, but I must do a video on that. And we might have a battery one next week. We might have a battery stream next week, because there's a guy from Belfast to take me a pile of batteries. He's sending a pile of batteries down, my boy. And he's supposed to drop them off yesterday evening, but he didn't do it. And I'm damn this head cold. But there's another guy to send some batteries from Tullamore as well. So we're bound to have something in the battery line next week. We're bound to have. We're not short of stuff coming. There's a mixing drill coming from County Mayo, but I'm looking forward to that much like you'd look forward to a prostate examination, you know. Like I said, I drunk a coffee, and it's not Mr. T, it's Mr. Coffee. It should be. But I Irished it up a wee bit. I don't drink, but I Irished it up a wee bit. I put a wee lock of Jameson's onto it. I put a wee lock of Jameson's onto it to tighten it up, but it done me no harm. I wonder, should I start drinking and actually do the live streams and be drunk? No, I better not. I better stay off the drink when I'm off it. But that's tempting. So thank you very much for joining on the stream as usual. It wouldn't be the same. YouTube experience would not be the same without you guys. You guys are why I do it on a Sunday night, sick or not. Oh well, you know. Sick or not, I'll be here unless I'm really dying. If Stephen Hawking could take part in orgies, I can do a live stream me sick. That's all I'm saying. So good night, guys. Look after yourselves. If you can't be good to yourself, be good to somebody else. Good night.